you're talking about freaking Spider Porky Pig from like
Yeah.
the Into the Spider-Verse?
Excuse me, his name is Peter Porker.
Porker.
Peter Porker.
Well, if he's not more your style, how about Spiders, man?
We are not talking about Spiders Man again.
All right, it's time
No,
to make a
I know
brew who's
about
made
spiders,
up
man.
of spiders.
I think it's a D&D time.
Yeah.
You make a party full of spiders. I'm not running that party. Alright, welcome
That
everybody.
wasn't the plan.
How's everyone doing? I hope you've been doing well. We've been hanging out for the last half an hour watching, or talking about random Marvel and DC facts. While waiting for our valiant Daka to show up after being the good son that he is, and taking his mother for a trip around town. We come back as a group. God, I really wonder what Daka's mother would look like. There's a terrifying thought for the day.
It's just a bigger doctor with a wig.
Wig to Daka.
Except she talks even more poor than Daka does.
Because I'm the intelligent one.
He's the intelligent one.
I
She
can't
just-
be like his mom.
No, let's hope you don't get to. But yeah, so last time we left off, the party had managed to, as a group, decided to head to the Rakshasa lands after taking a very sketchy teleportation that almost ended in half the party dying.
Yeah.
Though,
Power of make-believe works wonders.
yeah, we're gonna go with that. Though, after landing in the island of Rakshasa, the party, not having a news bracelet, wouldn't know what was going on currently. They find themselves on supposedly the island of Rakshasa, where a bunch of palm trees, coconuts, and the absolute silence of the island, minus the wind moving through and the water kind of coming in, going. You lot stand on a sandy beach. It's about mid-afternoon at this point. It's roughly, you'd guess, somewhere in the 90s, so it's quite warm out. You can see this massive blue force field in front of you. It looks like as you look to the sides, it just continues to go on. From the angle you're at, you can definitely tell it goes all around the island, just looking up towards the dome. And you find yourself standing in the same place that... Well, Daka, you don't remember this place, but for some reason it looks really familiar to you. As you look down, or as you are all standing there, and you see this opening to a underground staircase made of stone with very solid one single piece stone walls that seems to go down into the dark. But for some reason, Daka, this seems familiar to you. To the rest of you, it's a beach with sand. It's hot, there's water, and you have no idea what to do. What would you all like to do?
Adventure. Onwards.
Adventure.
I grab a coconut.
Oh,
You're gonna grab one of the coconuts on the beach? Alright.
Just remember to put a lime in it.
You pick up a coconut. It's pretty solid. It's brown. Three little dents in it. It's husky. It's got a nice outer shell. Smells like a coconut.
I would take
that
the
is.
coconut with me and follow the party.
Okay, you're taking the
okay.
coconut. What was that, Tick Trick?
Do I know what a coconut is? Have I seen one before?
No.
Goji, what is that? Is that a rock?
Weapon.
Edible rock.
Edible
I've
rock.
seen one of these before.
If you throw it at the enemy, it hurts them very efficiently.
Oh. I will also grab a couple of coconuts.
They also green. They the best.
As you look, they're brown.
So wait, these are coconuts without the outer husk?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh
Hold on a minute. Wait
yes, I'm
second.
familiar with what coconuts look like, Cook. I promise you.
I was about to say, I was just wondering if it was like a
No,
like a food ignorance kind of deal, but no, like, oh shit. Wait a minute.
you don't see any husks around. You do see the ones in the trees do have the green coloring around them. These ones do not, though.
Oh. Wait a minute.
How many coconuts can I grab?
Something's been here.
You manage. Are you just gonna try and carry them on yourself, or are you gonna put them in a bag? With how you plan to transport them?
I'll put them in my bag of holding.
Oh, do you? There are a total of 10 on the beach, just lying around. 9 now that Goji is holding on to one.
I'll grab 5.
Okay. As you pull them up, one of them you notice on the back seems to have a strange rune carved into them.
Oh, that ain't
Oh.
good.
Can I read it?
It is in Gnomish.
Nope. Don't know that language.
Oh, I wonder who could have written that one.
Guys,
It does
there's
slightly glow a little bit, though.
some writing on this one.
Mm,
I can't
Looks
make
like
it
a
out.
Wilson to me.
What?
What? What, Daka?
Orc joke. You wouldn't understand.
God damn it, Hunter.
Do all of them have that rune on them, or just this one?
As you look about, yes, they each have different symbols, runes drawn on them.
Daka don't know.
And I
But
I
Daka doesn't think these are very safe.
can't read it, but can I roll Arcana to figure out what they do?
Sure.
As classical music airs from Daka.
Yeah, you guys all
I
hear a
forgot.
very light classical music violin
22.
going in the background. You don't know what magic spell this is. You've never seen this spell before.
But do I fail the school or anything?
Let me see something real quick. I actually have to look up what school this is.
Daka, when did noises start coming from you?
Evocation.
When we teleported.
Why? Can you make it go away?
You know what? That makes me
Daka-
think of something. Teleporter makes me.
You see Daka pull out his little book and starts writing in it.
So, the echo when Tigtrix holding one, he'll casually walk over, lift up his blindfold and look at it very intently, and just say, "I can't read it, but it's evocation."
Magic then. What?
What is
Well, yes.
Yes. What is it gonna do?
what is
I
Bastion?
don't know.
Bastion, what are you doing?
I was just kind of listening to them bicker.
Okay. As you watch them talking about the coconuts. Okay. Alright.
These are probably bad then. Should we not take them, or maybe it's bad? Should we
Magically
throw them and they do
delicious.
better things?
I can punch it.
Mental man want coconut.
No,
Oh.
thank you.
Metal Flesh Man.
Sure, Siaka, I guess you could punch it. I'm
Right?
gonna
I
back
feel like
away
it's
though.
terrible. Yeah, I'll set it on the ground and I'll just. I mean, fuck it, right?
Okay.
This is
Famous last words.
You're gonna punch the coconut?
Yeah, right on the rune.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
If you guys
I'm
want to
getting
back
out of the way.
more than
Yep, I'm backing away.
The music begins to fade away.
Yeah, I'll give them a minute. I'll let them get away.
I could just imagine like a crescendo of like actual like the music actually is like gives like tension.
I will say the music does start to get more tense.
Boom, boom.
We need a full classical playlist.
I need a dex saving throw from Yusieko. I'm gonna give it to you with advantage because you were looking at this to expect it would have something go off.
Can I roll well? That's a 23.
Not even close to the DC. All right.
Yay!
You all watch as Sieko's fingers suddenly fall to the ground. Sieko, in the moment that you go to punch it, you feel, or you're able to see with your eyes for a second, the magical impulse as a strange, almost blue-like sword pops out in the same instant that you curl your fist and go to swing, and it chops off the first knuckle, each of your fingers.
Ooh.
Like first knuckle, like from the tips, not from the hand.
Ooh.
So you lose your fingernails, and you lose basically the top nubs of your fingers, as the spell goes off and the coconut cracks. Out comes the white milk,
Water.
milk, whatever.
Coconuts cut off limbs. I hold it in my hand.
Oh god.
You all watch as like little bits of
Coconut
blood
short.
start squirting out of Sieko's fingertips.
Mm,
Just
great
gonna-
weapons then.
I'm just gonna heal those. Let me close the wounds on them.
Yeah.
That's going in the book.
The fingertips are, by the way, on the ground right now.
Can I like get them back on and then heal so it reattach?
It will not reattach them.
All right, I'll just close the wounds then. I'm
Okay.
fine.
You can add 5 Trask finger or knuckle bones.
I'll do
Hey,
something.
you know, that could be a magical
fingertips.
component.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a
Wait.
weapon out of this.
Not much.
Baby bad coconut.
Maybe a good
I
weapon
point-
though.
I point to my coconut. Maybe good.
I'm not punching another one.
I would like to investigate the beach area.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Just seeing if there's anything that stands out.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That is a 7.
The beach is extremely quiet besides the breeze and the water. You don't hear anything else. For a tropical island, that's pretty uncommon. No birds, no animals, no rustling. The beach itself is immaculate, minus these coconuts. You do see, of course, like I mentioned, the staircase that goes down into what looks to be a tunnel of some sort that has a rather large stone slab that has been kind of opened, and so that way you can kind of see down into the dark tunnel slightly. Besides that, and the big Duramar's Vengeance anti-magic shield, nothing else catches your attention.
If these are magical and that field is anti-magic, what would happen when we threw a coconut in?
The coconut does not speak back, Goji.
Caleb.
I motion towards the steps. I'm like, well, shall we?
Dibs are going first.
I follow the party, but I hold the coconut.
Okay.
Really is now.
Be careful with that.
Ticktrick, are you
get cut off.
keeping your coconuts, or are you gonna put them down and leave them out here?
I want to go ahead away from everyone, throw one from pretty far back into the blue force field and see what happens.
Oh god, I want to be nowhere near when this
So as
happens.
the party starts to descend, with Sieko leading, followed closely behind by what sounded like Bastion, Daka and Goji in the back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Ticktrick, go ahead and give me an athletics check to see how hard you can throw these things.
Okay.
Can you even throw it far enough?
21.
You watch as it goes shooting into the blue shield, kind of bounces off of it, and for a moment, as you think nothing's going to happen, the coconut starts to fall back down to the ground. A strange blue lightning bolt seems to shoot out, hitting the coconut, causing it to immediately ignite in a greenish flaming color. A bunch of strange little blue swords seem to suddenly float around the coconut, and then it just pops like a balloon, and coconut milk goes everywhere.
That was weird. Not going to do that again. Then I will follow the party.
Okay. As the party heads down, everyone who has dark vision can see Goji caressing and petting the coconut. As you lot head down. Now, who doesn't have dark sight in the party, out of curiosity?
Me.
I'm checking.
Old Bastion did, but apparently new Bastion does not.
Yeah, sometimes evolution comes at a cost. Alright, and then Goji, you said you didn't?
I'm checking to see if I do. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, Goji does not have dark vision.
Okay. Let's see.
Yo, my character actually has dark vision for once. That rarely ever happens.
As you lot head into into this cave of sorts, this tunnel, if you will, you see, as you look around you, for all those who do have proper vision, a simple stairway that goes down about 15 feet underground comes to an immediate stop into a very small open room of about 10 by 10 by 10 as it kind of shrinks down the roof slightly. As you lot can kind of see, looking around, the room is completely empty, nothing but just a single stone on each slab of the walls, separated by a couple of pieces of lumber. However, looking straight ahead, and even those without dark vision, you'd be able to see the slight shadows to give this off, is a obvious pit that looks to be pretty deep. You can't tell from this angle, but it seems to block the pathway for the hallway going into the next room, where you can see a single chair and what looks to be a skeletal remains of some sort of smaller creature sitting in the chair, and then a hallway that continues on past it. You do notice along the edges of the small pit, or the very deep pit, is there are strange cracks in the stone that look like as if the stone itself was pulled out forcibly and used as stairs and then shoved back in. But that's all you get from just being up the staircase.
With my tremor sense, how far down do I feel the pit goes?
40 feet roughly.
Okay.
You also
Alright.
can feel something's wiggling around at the bottom of the pit, and it's large.
An enemy. I'm not going to, but I'm very tempted to dive in and fight it.
An enemy, Jacob?
How far
Where?
across is this pit? Like from our side to the opposite side with the skeleton?
For those with dark vision, you measure it roughly 30 feet. Without dark vision, you'd guess roughly between 20 to 40.
Okay. So I know everyone here has an easy passageway with hopping on my nice, delicious rock.
I don't.
Yeah. I was gonna get there. Yeah, you might have a little issue. Unless you have a way to hopefully jump across, latch onto a wall, and climb up the rest of the way.
I technically have a climbing speed. I can just latch the wall and climb across the sidewall. Without
That's
having to-
true.
It won't be very fast, but I technically can.
Yeah, I get, yeah.
Jacob, you said there's an enemy? Where is
There's something wiggling at the bottom of the pit.
Slime pit. That's
Can
what
I
I'm gonna
see
guess.
if I can see what it is?
Some kind of ooze.
Well,
or
if it is 60 feet, if it is
40 feet.
roughly 40 feet down, most of us has a dark vision of 60
And-
feet. We
yeah.
might be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking. Can I look down and see? If
Not me, though.
Not you, Morgoji.
Yes, but give me 1 second just to pull something up.
Roll initiative, it pulls you down.
No.
Let's see. I'm just looking.
Don't give him ideas.
No,
Don't give him
don't worry about it. I'm just looking.
If anything,
up
I feel like that
something.
skeleton has something special up its sleeves. I don't know if
Up
it's
at
one of
non-existent sleeves.
those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got some sleeves.
All right. Is this the? Let me make sure. I think this is okay. Actually, I'm almost 100% sure. Okay. Yeah. As you walk over to look down, something's very shiny as you look down, Tigdrick. This grayish color that seems to refract the little light that is coming in from the entrance as you look down. And immediately as you start to kind of get a better focus on it from the darkness and your eyes begin to adjust, give me a dex saving throw. As you see the something come slamming up towards you at high speeds.
Okay. And I'm near Sieko, who gives a +3, correct?
You'd be within 10 feet, yeah.
Yes.
+4.
+4, okay. Oh, shit. That's a 13.
You all watch as Tigdrick gets smacked in the face, slamming him into the wall, indenting himself slightly. You take 24 points of force damage.
Thankfully, that's halved because
So 12 points of force damage as something just smacks you as if you've just been hit by a solid metal shield, Tigdrick. All the rest of you see as this strange tentacle-like object seems to be kind of like wiggling about left and right while reflecting off the light, and you see suddenly two strange little like blackened balls appear, and the creature waits.
Yeah, since I could feel a tremors into it coming, now that's up. Can I shoot a ray of frost at it from over here?
Yeah.
Alright, sick.
hurt.
23 to hit.
That does not hit as the spell goes flying off to the side and hits the wall, causing the wall to freeze up.
Well, that's not good.
The slime continues to wait and it stares. It seems to be the two strange balls seem to focus in on Tictric and Bastion.
It's just waiting there. What color is it? Or we cannot tell because like it's reflecting
It's
that stuff.
metalish looking, so you think it might be silverish of some sort?
So this slime-looking thing is like silverish.
Yes.
Metal slime.
It just continues
Please
to-
keep in mind, we knew earlier the metal-looking slime was one of the final potential evolutions for Centauri. This is a high-evolved creature of some kind.
So it may be.
And with a 23 missing, it has a very high AC.
It also starts to kind of sway left to right to the music a little bit. Yes, Tictric.
I'm gonna match
nice.
it swaying. Just dance with it. I'm gonna
Can I
vibe with the slime.
God.
I'd like to message it and be like, hello, what are you?
You hear a
Or do you have
message
a name?
back going, I am the lord of these lands, or at least this hole.
Oh. Do you speak a language, or do I have to talk to you like this?
It begins. All the rest of you see as Tictric's kind of focusing, and then just suddenly wails and shrieks of metal grinding on metal just start echoing throughout the chamber, causing you all to immediately go into a deafened stage where you cannot hear each other currently. As it continues making this noise, and then it just suddenly stops, quiet, and nothing seems
Okay.
to make a noise.
I've heard that noise before, and then I start bending my elbow.
As you do, it kind of tilts the little tentacle to the side and listens as it makes a squeaking noise.
Communicate with it.
The language that only metal knows.
The
Where's the
the
blacksmith?
The slime begins speaking in Sylvan and begins to sing.
Sylvan. Oh, I know that.
I don't.
What does
It,
it say?
it tells you, I learned how to speak to mortal beings from a very well-known traveler.
Who is this traveler? I was speaking Sylvan as well.
As the two begin singing to each other, Daka's music seems to slightly change its tone to match up with their voice.
Why singing?
Sieko wants the golf club.
Goji looks
Dog-
concerned. Okay.
Daka dancing a little bit in the background.
I can't see. I can't hear. I'm holding a coconut. I'm scared.
It goes, my friend is long past gone from here. He is of no importance to you. What do you need? Why do you seek passage in my lands?
We're just curious because there's this like big blue field, and we were gonna try and like stop it, and it's like apparently destroys magic or stuff.
Yes. The removal of the cloak was what caused the cataclysm to be able to happen.
Man, that's crazy. I wonder who did that.
What cloak?
Oh man, I wonder.
The cloak that absorbs magic from this island. Ancient artifacts are left behind, buried deep beneath. The one you see, and as the slime kind of turns and points to the skeleton in the chair and goes, he tried to stop the one who seeked, and he was slain for it.
This place is quite familiar, but I just don't remember anything about it.
Just look at Daka. Daka,
Hmm.
where'd you
Yeah.
get that cloak?
No, I don't know, around like the Rakshasa. Oh, sorry. Well, I found this cloak somewhere around. No, that's not the right voice either. Daka found this cloak somewhere around these lands, the Rakshasa lands. I found this somewhere. It looked cool, so I put it on.
I think that's what caused this, Daka. That's what this creature
Cloaks
said.
can't do that. It's
Well,
a cloak.
Your cloak eats magic.
That's what he said. The magic-eating cloak removal of it caused the blue field.
You're gonna trust a blob of liquid metal?
Seems trustworthy.
I used to have a
Do
blob.
I look at him and think of something again? Are you trustworthy?
I am... Yes.
I'd like to insight that, please.
Does the bug want to roll insight?
All
I
right.
do want to roll insight.
Roll an insight check.
It's 17.
Oh, you're nowhere close to the DC. It's definitely telling it's
Really?
safe.
Oh, it's one hell of a liar. Okay.
Okay. It seems to be truthful.
Bastion is standing there in the dark, can't see. Here's classical music and two people singing back and forth.
I swear, this is like a
This
scene out
is
of
the
like a
worst day
dark
of my
portion
life.
of Lord of the Rings.
And the occasional, like a bit of light reflects off the slime tentacle, and you can
Okay.
see Daka
Okay.
dancing to
you
it.
Hold on.
Oh, Bastion, Robert, do you have a torch on your person?
I was like, I'd like to pull out one of my torches, and I'll use prestidigitation to light it, and I'll hand it to Bastion.
I was gonna say I do, but I don't have anything to light it with.
As
I
you
can-
do, Bastion, you see the only creature that is considered the Warforged natural predator, the metal slime,
Oh.
the thing that eats your people, specifically only hunts Warforged
Great.
and golems.
And there's
What
like two black orbs next to it,
Yeah.
right?
No, in on the tentacle
I think
that
it's
look to
eyes.
look like they represent eyes, but not really
Watchings,
working like
okay.
eyes, as they seem
will
to kind of
ask-
move around.
I'll ask
I wish
Bastion-
Centauri was here. We could talk through like slime wiggle.
Yeah. I'd like to ask.
Don't worry,
What
Daka's
is your
dance
name?
will save us.
My name is of no concern to you.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
standing by the steps, by the way.
Yeah, no, I got
So
you.
is it? Do you know if we
Bastion slowly
could
backs
stop
up.
the blue force field by doing something? I ask the slime.
It pauses for a moment and kind of looks at you and goes, "There's a blue force field?
Yes, it's destroying magic.
Oh,
it's, like,
that must
really
be
close.
that must have to do with the guy inside."
Can we stop it then?
Of
Will you let us
course.
go-
Anything can be stopped.
Where is it past you or where? How can you give us directions to this?
I live in a hole.
What do you, Grumpy? There's only one way to go after this hole.
There's other places on the island I didn't know.
Could
That's-
be. Yeah, could be.
So will you let us pass to stop this?
I will let you pass.
Well, I trust him, so
Yeah, you're going
All right.
first.
all right. I'll tell everyone. He says I could pass to stop the blue force
You
field.
see the slime tentacle turns into a solid iron bridge across.
Oh boy, I can't wait to regret this. But Tigrick thinks he's truthful, which is unfortunate. But
I can only speak to you as well. No one can do it.
All right.
I told you that I
As-
will walk across.
As you cautiously walk across, you get to the other side. Nothing happens. The tentacle just goes back to a tentacle and kind of looks at you.
Is it only me that may pass, or can my
You-
friends?
You have passed.
Ah.
And it turns and
What?
goes and looks at the rest of the party.
May the big one pass? We're pointing at Seiko.
I'm bigger than him.
The biggest may pass.
Yeah.
It puts its the tentacle turns back into an iron bridge. Who's gonna go
Oh.
over it?
Oh, the dock is the biggest.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't understand what Tigrick's saying.
We don't. None of us do.
I will say I will relay what the slime said. The biggest may pass is what he said.
I look at everyone, see that Doc is a little taller than me. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna vibe across, still dancing to my music.
Dancing.
As you dance across, nothing happens. The slime turns back into a tentacle and looks at the rest. Looks at Tigrick and goes, "The one who is big has passed."
May the one who is heavy pass.
I cannot support that level of capabilities.
Can he crawl across?
I,
Can he crawl across the wall? It does have a climbing speed.
I have a 10 foot
climb.
climb speed.
Go ahead, ask him, Grumpy.
Is it okay if the heaviest may climb across without your assistance?
If he falls, I eat him.
Okay.
Damn, I've climbed walls before, right?
Yeah. It's just a matter of
Siaka.
stabbing your fingers into the wall and pulling yourself around.
You
Yeah, 'cause
know,
I
you
was-
kind of did just lose your fingertips.
You did just lose your fingers,
You
man.
did lose your fingertips on one hand, yeah. You can still
All
do
right,
it. It's gonna hurt each time you do. You're gonna take damage each time you do it with both hands, but you can do it.
I'll
What
toss
if I
you.
use shield on my fingertip?
I climb across, make holes. You use those.
Goji,
Goji, do you
what
have
he said.
climbing speed as well?
Goji has 45 feet of climbing speed.
It's very fast.
I will relay. The heaviest may pass by climbing, but if you fall, they'll eat you.
Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Damn, how wide is the pit anyway?
As you get closer, you approximate. I mean, you can give me a perception check to get the exact footage if you'd like. Otherwise, you'll get an approximation of what you're looking at.
I just need a rough.
So he said earlier it was around 30 feet for those. with
You'd
dark vision.
roughly guess with your night vision, it's about 30 feet wide.
Alright.
And suddenly the slime sings the songs of its people.
Somebody
Sorry,
casted the
my
message
book went
spell.
off. I didn't get that.
Alright, this is gonna hurt, but I'm gonna make it work.
Why Green Man make so much noise?
Worry not.
Alright, Dan, I'll give it my best.
As Sieko starts to get closer, the drums start to pick up beat. The music gets a lot more tense. All right, give me an acrobatics check with advantage.
I have a +0 to acrobatics. I was hoping for athletics because the stat.
This fucking Mission Impossible starts playing.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Yeah, you as you shove your fingers in, it's not easy and it hurts. You take about 5 points of bludgeoning damage by slamming your fingers, and it does go through your damage reduction. So you take the full damage, but you managed to get across. The big thing is the slick ice that feels that you notice is there on the wall that seems to have been deflected from the slime earlier. That kind of causes you a little more issue here and there, but you get across and leave little holes in the wall.
Yeah. You guys watch him, like, not even, like, flex down. He's, like, fully sideways as he crawled across like a spider.
Mm-hmm. The slime
All right.
stays in its
Gecko.
tentacle form and just stares at Tickdrick.
Hey, Trick.
May the loathsome one cross.
No what?
Loathsome
turns
one. Well,
back.
it's the only one that's left over there. So.
Well, there's Goji
There's
and
two
there's
people.
Bastion.
Oh,
Two
sorry.
people.
I forgot Bastion's over there.
Bastion standing at the stairs ready to
The
leave. Being like,
person
no.
who's been here longer than Goji, and you forget about Bastion?
Ask if the dumb one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ask if this-
I didn't want to say that, but
Just do it.
all right. May the dumbest one pass.
He turns back around, looks at Bastion, looks at Goji, looks back at Tickdrick and goes, academically speaking, and it suddenly just goes into common. The Warforged is arguably the more intelligent. However, lizard folk are known for their high instinctual abilities, therefore arguably having the higher ability to survive and think quicker on the spot. Therefore, technically, the one who is less intelligent depends on the basis of the circumstance.
Oh, great
He's
slime.
talking about the
Would
road
you-
smarts.
What'd you say, Bastion?
I said, trust me, it's him, and I point at Goji.
Slime nods up and down and goes,
I turn to look at Bastion and say, "Hey, you leave Watson alone. He's just new, okay? He's going through a hard time." I
Can I grab the coconut from Goji?
Oh my god, no.
no.
You can try and slide a hand check, but if he rolls a higher perception, he'll notice and he'll have a chance to stop you.
I am blind.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
but he has
both
a
blind.
torch. Yeah, you're both have no dark vision. But yeah,
Okay.
if you want to give me a sleight of hand, Bastion, or you can violently take it from him. In that case, you have to roll an intimidation higher than his insight.
Strength intimidation?
Sure.
Oh, please don't
Let's do
scare
it.
him. He's gonna start puffing up again.
Oh, it wasn't a great roll in 11.
All right, Goji.
Inside it up, boy.
12.
Goji, you believe Bastion would actually do what he's threatening to do to you, but you feel like you've got ground to stand on. Otherwise, he'd have attacked you already.
Metal Man, last I remember, I hurt you last time.
Give me the coconut.
I look down to the coconut and I whisper into the three dents. Do you wish to go with Middleman?
Daka, give me a D100 roll.
What? No.
Yes! Yes! That is a 77.
Okay, let's see. This is gonna be good. Alright, another D100 roll.
What triggered this?
You're gonna find out.
He's talking to a
54.
talking to a mad.
The pure stupidity of this.
No, it's because you're talking to a magically enchanted coconut.
This is your fault.
Daka,
You
give
fang.
me a charisma saving throw.
No!
Oh no.
14?
That's an 18. I'm near you.
No, that
18.
doesn't count. Not with wild magic. Because the coconut suddenly enlarges 3 sizes and becomes huge.
That's
That seems like a yes to me.
And it just kind of falls out of your hands, Goji, as you can't really carry it anymore now that it stands 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide. It is
Watson,
a
Watson. Watson, huge.
He's
I
all
don't
grown up.
I don't think
Is it-
Watson wants to come with you.
Is it blocking
It
the
was
path
like it was
for
only
Bastion?
No,
2
you can
seconds
still
ago.
walk
when
around
was
it.
Just...
Oh, okay.
I pet him, say, I'll return later. I will then walk towards the pit.
Okay. You walk up to the pit, you see the metal slime. It does not form a bridge. What are you gonna-
Mental slime.
Hey, you can
May
climb.
may the reptile pass.
Yeah. Nah, may the stupidest pass.
Yeah.
Well, he literally just said, well, I
The
mean,
slime
I-
turns
the
to you
slime
as you
agreed.
say this, turns back, looks at Goji, it kind of goes around him, grabs his coconut, and pulls it down into the hole, slamming Goji off to the side.
The coconut.
Is that
The
are we
co-
gonna
you
activate
hear-
on the slime?
You watch as the coconut goes flying down, and you all just hear as suddenly a loud boof, and then a bunch of like dust and smoke comes out. For those with dark vision, as you look down the pit, the slime's gone, and there's just a hole.
I think it just died to the coconut.
I
I'm
think
gonna-
it either died or that coconut could teleport.
I scream down the hole.
Is Wilson also gone?
The coconut's gone.
Oh, he stole Wilson.
Oh.
I guess I'll just ferry the other 2 across on my rock.
Guess.
That was the weirdest slime ever. Weirder
Actually,
than Gecko, or than Centauri.
Goji can climb. I don't trust him yet.
Okay, is Daka gonna float across on his rock and grab Bastion to float across?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Bastion, as this is kind of like one of the second time you've seen Daka floating on this tower shield of a rock, he floats across towards you. Do you get on?
Yes.
Okay. As you climb on, give me a dex check to see how comfortable you are.
Well, then I'll just
6.
climb.
Immediately, you watch as Bastion's wobbliness, Daka's making the rock move back and forth, and it's really unbalanced as you move across. You get across though, Bastion. It's one of the worst things you felt in a long time. The ground was unstable.
Can I at least play it off and be going, whoa, whoa?
Sure, yeah. As you all watch, give me a performance check. Let's see how good your acting is.
Be careful, because Daka's
Probably not very good, but never mind. That's a 19, best roll of the night so far.
You all think Daka's fucking with Bastion by making the rock shake to cause him to be scared. And Bastion's definitely not scared. He's just kind of looks like he's playing it up to try and make Daka feel better to the whole thing. Totally not nervous or terrified.
Daka very much believes this.
Never trust rock. I climb across.
All right, give me an acrobatics check, Goji.
Does it help with the handholds Gecko made?
No.
And with him already having incredible climbing speed.
A 10.
Yeah, you managed to get across without issue. The ice is a little cold around as it rubs against your stomach, but from the earlier spell. But otherwise, nothing seems to happen.
Feels better than before.
There you go. As you lot kind of all turn now, looking around the room, all that sits in this room, other than the hallway that continues on, in this 15 by 15 room, is a single chair with what looks to be a little candle light from a lantern now above it that suddenly lights, just giving enough light cast onto it, and what looks to be a very small skeleton sitting in this chair. The skeleton is holding a couple of things. You notice it's holding a couple of javelins and a strange staff, as well as you look around, some what looks to be earrings around where the ears used to be, kind of indented into the skull slightly. And lastly, as you kind of look around it, getting a full walk around, not really needing an investigation check, you notice a strange rod with a small, like, staff almost like object with a tentacle attached onto it.
Oh, I showed her the tentacle.
Before
Like-
anyone does anything, can I roll a card to see if they're like just staffs or if they're like anything special?
If you're trying, what you were wanting to roll?
Arcana.
Yeah.
It's a nat 20 for a 25.
All the items are magical that are on them that you notice, except for the chair
What?
and the skeleton.
What are the odds they're cursed? Sieko says out loud.
Curse? I don't know.
What were you gonna say, Bastion?
I would like to examine the rod with the tentacle.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, what are you trying to find out?
Just see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay. You can give me either an history check, to find out if you know any of the history of it, a general intelligence check to just try and surmise it. That'll be a higher DC, of course. Or a, Arcana check, I'll say. That'll let you kind of figure out if it has any magic on it specifically.
I will go with a history. 16.
All right. There is tales from deep within the Sea Elven culture, on the very few books that have made it to the surface bound, that they used to carry items like this to attack people with, to attack slaves. It was a really good item for just generally controlling. As far as the recent people that historically got famous with something like this, you remember reading somewhere about a dragonborn named Snicknesh that once said he had a compatriot that liked to beat him with tentacles.
I know exactly what this is. I have a feeling I know who the compatriot was. I'm going to fuck it. I'll be the one to grab an item. I'll grab it.
I wanted to ask if the earrings were also magical because you had every item.
Yes, all of them were.
I'd like to grab the earrings. I'm curious.
Okay.
I've never seen an earring item in your world. I'm very curious.
Okay.
I have, and I used it in a great way.
Unfortunately.
I'm the same character, actually.
All right. Yeah. Feel free to add magical earrings to your inventory from Slimehole.
Just put that down at the bottom. Okay.
Until you figure out what they are. Yep.
Can I investigate the room to see if there's anything else, like hidden doors or passages or traps?
Yes, but Bastion, which item are you grabbing?
The rod with the tentacle.
Okay. You managed to pick it up. As you're looking it over, it looks very similar to what you're thinking. This is a tentacle rod.
Nice.
I want to take a closer look at that staff.
Okay. But first, Tickdrick, you wanted to investigate the rest of the room. Are you just doing a general investigation, like just trying to look to see if anything sticks out, or are you looking for traps or something specific?
Traps or hidden doors, levers, anything like that?
Okay, give me an investigation check.
It is a 21.
As you look around, feeling things, you do note that the right wall, that is behind the chair technically, does have some sort of strange rock that sticks out, and as you take a closer look, you definitely recognize that it's some sort of button for something. Beyond that, you're not sure what it does, It's obviously, if it's a trap, it's a pretty obvious trap as it sticks out like somewhat like a sore thumb here. Nothing else seems to be of note, though. The hallway seems to just go on and on. You can't see the ending from this distance. Yeah.
I will tell the party that there is a random button sticking out of this wall.
Okay. Daka, you said you wanted to look at the staff?
Yes.
Okay, go. What are you trying to find out about the staff? Are you picking it up? You looking at how you want to, what you want to do with it?
Because I know, the Dragon Maid, has the gnarl. What was it called? There's like a staff called the Gnarl Dragon, and I'm just, even though it's unlikely to be this, I'm still kind of looking forward.
No, that's fair. Give me a second, and I will. Are you just generally looking it over? Or are you trying to figure it out if it's specifically that item? Okay.
I'm trying to see if it's specifically that item.
Okay. As you look at this item, so first off, it is from what you can tell, is just a straight piece of ice with some leather wrapped around it. You can tell it's some sort of animal from the. Probably from the Draffican continent, given the darker skin of it and the lack of fur on it. I'll just give that to Daka because of his hunting instincts naturally. Okay. The staff itself seems to be made of almost solid ice and doesn't seem to look anything like what you'd expect, and the robes do not respond to it in the slightest.
Gotcha. Alright, cool. Then I'll probably leave it alone because I don't want to exactly touch anything with magic.
Okay. And then Goji, you messaged me something.
So secretive are you, Caleb?
No, it's because because I'm talking. He messages me when I am, so it's fine. Okay. Give me a perception check. If you have a bonus to smelling things, then feel free. But if you're doing what you're talking about, then I need an investigation roll instead.
All right.
Let's see what he gets.
I got a 7.
It's a javelin, and as you stick your nose near it, you suddenly feel a tinge of electricity as you get shocked for 2 damage of lightning damage. Your sinuses are suddenly clear, though.
Hey.
I'll take this.
Okay.
I'll pick up the weird staff that Daka's not picking up.
Okay.
Those are all the items, right?
Alright. Give me 1 sec. Boop. We're gonna pop that off. Yeah, that is all of the, that is 4 items. So there's the javelin, itself, and then if you're gonna take the staff with you. Sieko, it's cold to the touch.
Well, I have cold resistance. It wouldn't feel that bad.
I'm letting you know. It literally
Yeah.
feels just cold to the touch. You also get the sense that you cannot attune to this item.
No, I figured it's probably a wizard thing, but I'm just gonna strap it to my bag and just.
And are you just gonna leave the javelins there?
Goji picked one up, didn't he?
Goji checked it out. He did not say he was taking it with him.
I will take the javelin, Jeff.
So.
Huh? What was that question?
I already have my 2 javelins.
That's fair. You've already lost them once before. All right. Goji, go ahead and add a random, or into your other items, a electrical smelling javelin, until you get the chance to identify it.
All right.
All right. Do we want to see what this button does, or leave it alone?
Press.
Okay. I press the button.
As you all turn to watch as Tick pushes the button, a sudden blue light kind of appears, and you see a roughly 5-foot-ish, maybe a little bit taller, roughly 150-pound, dark screen scaled with orange eyes, kobold suddenly appear. That seems to be lit up as almost a sort of a lit hologram of sorts. And it begins to speak. He says, "My name is Uradesh, the last of the idiots who left me here to die. I've been gifted with higher intelligence and fixed my speaking habits. But unfortunately, they have forgotten me and left me here to pass. If you have found me, or found this message, I am dead. I hope Snicknesh is not, and I hope one day that he can find my remains, and that I may be returned to our homeland. But to be honest, I just really enjoyed riding on his back. He was a really good horse. Anyways, you all have stumbled across the stronghold of the Lord of House Kung Pao, Zilphip himself. I was forced to state this in exchange that my memory could live on. In all honesty, I don't know what to tell you more than that, other than that I can tell you that he's further in. Probably. And the answers you seek, I do not have. For, well, as you can probably see, there's a skeleton probably in that chair that is me. I'm only able to answer simple questions with what is left in the energy of this soul stone. What would you like to know? Hello? Is it the iron slime again? You cannot escape for the last time and go and eat the innocent people in the Nordic cities.
Oh, the iron slime isn't gone. It left.
It does not respond.
Paco, what happened to your voice?
Don't worry about it. It'll come back. Don't worry. It's a light cold. It's the holiday season.
What are your magic items? I'll ask it.
It takes a second. And you see it kind of flutter to it opening a book and like flipping through pages. There's one moment, I'm reading what I'm supposed to say here.
Read the book as he's reading it.
You don't see anything written in it. The lighting isn't good enough for it to fill the image.
I'll read no words.
He looks over at you, Goji, and goes, I am programmed, in a sense, using my soul to fuel this to answer the questions based on what I was told to answer. Now, if I may, as the light is starting to fade and darkness is coming, allow me to answer your question. The javelin is a javelin of lightning, a cherished item that I used to stick in the butt of Snicknesh every time he would be in irritation. He did chase me around a beach and try to eat me, and then they left me here, forgetting about my existence. I will never forgive them. Secondly, the staff is a staff of frost. Never got to use it, but it felt really cool to cuddle up with on a hot night. Don't mind if my balls are imprinted on it. Tentacle rod. I'm not answering that question. And lastly, the earrings of whisper. I imagine you are intelligent enough to understand what that means. Are there any other questions? As my soul is running out of energy and I will not be able to last much longer. Soon I will be finally free from this prison.
If you are dead, why are you here? You seem alive to me.
And with that, my last question has been answered. And it dissipates, and you see the little stone on the ground just is imprinted in the ground crack, and you watch as a strange bit of blue light seems to kind of sparkle off and fade into the air.
And he's dead.
You watch as the bones suddenly turn to dust, and the chair falls to the ground, cracked and broken.
That's crazy.
Well, we know what the items are now.
Wait your move.
I don't think he answered my question though.
Yeah, well, he's gone. So
Well, I guess this is Zilpip's place.
Zilpip.
We should
I think I've heard of that.
probably
name before,
continue
but
in.
He must be very unimportant because I don't remember him.
you mean the wizard who brought the world to its knees basically at one point?
Huh?
World have knees?
Not literally. Oh my god.
The planet
Do I know
has
Zopip?
kings.
Well, who Zopip is?
You've never heard of him, TikTok.
I don't know
It-
who the Zopip guy is.
Didn't we hear his name recently outside of that?
Oh yeah, that's actually true. You did. The man who took the banana from you called himself
Oh
Zopip.
no!
Oh.
That guy was scary.
No,
You guys
no.
wanna be here?
He had a green. He had a green. He was awesome.
DM, I've been around long after the basics, right?
Of who he is? Nope.
I've traveled the world for 200 plus years. Fucking.
His identity was really never revealed to the general public.
I feel like I'm watching a car crash that I'm not going to be able to stop.
Deeper we go.
Okay.
You're watching a video that you've watched before, knowing what's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it.
My man don't like yellow, yet wear yellow. Why?
As you begin to head down the hallway, you hear a last whisper in your ear, Bastion, that goes, "Don't trust anyone." And it just dissipates after that. As you begin to head to this doorway, or to the doorway going further into this hallway, along the hallway that you can't see the end of. There's no light in this hallway. It is pitch black, as the torch seems to almost hit an invisible line for about a quarter of the distance for those with dark sight can see. So about 20 feet roughly.
Blind sight.
Dark sight, yes.
Nope. Blind sight can they see?
Blind,
Full stuff.
blind sight. Those you can see. Yeah. No, if you have the dark vision, you can see. As I'm saying, the torch's light stops at this
I see.
20 feet. So it just seems to completely and utterly stop. For a moment, things are quiet as you are all standing there, and you can see there is a somewhat simmering, shining design of the blue light. That seems to be exactly at that point. That seems to pierce through the ground. What would you all like to do?
How far away is the blue light?
Daka's here for the
20
ride.
feet roughly.
Did it look similar to the thing that image, like that kobold thing?
Yes.
Was it very similar?
Mm-hmm. It's also the
Yes,
same
yes.
color as the wall, or as the dome above you.
No,
Mm.
I don't think I'm allowed to be on that point, gentlemen.
I slowly creep towards it.
Can I still see the glow on Daka's chest?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Um,
At least Bastion knows as well.
I will say, Bastion, actually, you know what? Do give me a perception check with advantage. I'm not going to tell you why.
$11.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Well, knowing that these, I might not be safe to cross this if this is the same thing from up above, I think I'm gonna kick back and chillax and not go through this thing at the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch it.
All right. As you walk up, Sieko, and touch it, nothing happens. Your finger goes right through and tingles a little bit, as if kind of like if a little bit of electricity was touching you. But besides that, nothing really happens.
All right, no fear. I'll walk into it.
All right. As you all watch as Sieko disappears into a darkness, those with blind sight or tremor sense can still feel his presence on the other side, but it is dulled. Sieko, with your tremor sense, you notice all the walls are moving, the floor is moving. You feel something wet underneath your feet that's slightly rubbery. You can hear the dripping of water further down. Yeah.
All right, going in.
Does the rest of the party follow, or are you lot gonna stay outside?
I guess I will also approach and.
Oh, question. Did any of there's a question. Did any of Sieko's like magical items kind of just like go blank, or are
Nope.
they still all good?
Also, none of my items are enchanted except for one. All of them are just made of monster materials for the most part.
I will say, no. His magic items are still working.
will also walk through.
Okay.
We'll follow.
As you do, Ticktrick, your blind sight gives you a little bit better picture of what's around you in the pitch blackness. The walls are made of something flesh-like, and the air is very hot in here, very misty. You definitely can tell that whatever you're standing in is either living or covered in living material.
Is it similar to that time, like my first session, we went under the dwarf and went into the mouth of a giant mimic?
It does not feel like that, no.
Okay.
You
I
don't
remember
feel
that.
the cloudiness over you.
I'll try and message through this barrier back to them and we'll reach them.
The spell does not go off.
Tieko, this place is weird.
You hear that echoes further down, and it continues down further.
You go tell them what's happening. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper.
You sure?
I should be fine.
Okay. I will try and exit the barrier.
As you turn to go push against it, it does not let you. You cannot push through. To the rest of the party, you watch as the field seems to move, and a black, almost dark, draconic claw seems to start to poke through with little bits of slime kind of coming off of it. As Ticktrick pushes his hand through, tries to push his hand through, and as he pulls it back, it seems to dissipate back into the darkness.
Tieko, I think we're stuck. I can't leave.
All right, then the only way is forward. Stay behind me.
All right.
And he pulls his headband back over his eyes because knowing his permissions is just better in this situation.
Well, Daka has a belief of no risk, no reward. I think this is a tough one. Oh, fuck. I think Daka's gonna approach this carefully. Slowly, kind of just poke it.
toe
As you
in.
go to
I will.
oh, what was that, Bastion?
Oh, I joked that he's going to dip a toe in.
Yes. And
The
Ticktrick,
force field's cold.
Ticktrick, were you about to say something?
Oh, yeah, I'll start following Tieko.
Okay. Daka, as you go to poke your finger, Bastion and Goji, you suddenly see a strange, very bright light seems to just flash in front of Daka and just illuminates, almost causing you both to be blinded. Bastion, your body starts to burn slightly. You're not taking any damage, but you see smoke coming off of you. Neither of you can make out what this creature is that just suddenly appears in front of Daka, nor do you hear it speaking. You do hear Daka speaking, and the music seems to just go into almost a holy...
Orchestra?
Yes, thank you. And just starts blaring out at the loudest of things. Tieko and Ticktrick, you hear nothing. But Daka, as you see as this woman now just stands in front of you, a semi-tabaxi-looking, semi-Rakshasa-looking woman stands in front of you with her white hair covered in robes, looking extremely divine. And she looks at you and goes, "No!" And then smacks Daka as hard as she can, and Daka, suddenly you feel your entire body starts to glow. And a piece of you feels like it's whole once more. And now on your chest seems to be a strange imprint of a cloaked dagger that just seems to burn itself onto your chest for a moment. And then the light disappears and the music goes back to being calm. Bastion, you feel yourself, you've weakened somewhat. You're not sure how, but you feel your power has gotten weakened. And you feel something's very angry deep inside of you. Goji, you just see Daka having a big glowing red print on his face. So is
Get his
Bastion.
soul back.
You're
Let's
welcome.
go.
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to go in there.
You feel another smack across your face, Daka, and you hear in your background go, "No, you idiot, go through now!"
Oh, okay, I'll go in now. Thank you, lady.
Daka walks there. The cloak falls off of him, but Daka's magic does not go wild as he comes through.
Oh.
So I lose the item?
Yes, you can take it off as unattuned currently. It just seems to lay on the ground outside. Bastion and Goji, you just see this as Daka walks through, but his cloak seems to just fall off of him. and fall to the ground.
Metal Man, does this happen lots?
I don't even know.
Oh,
I will-
as I see. Oh, you guys continue. Go ahead.
I will approach the barrier, and I will slowly stick my hand in, or I'll stick my left hand in. I'll raise my right hand in preparation to slap if anything comes out.
As you stick your hand through, you feel something very wet, very kind of slimy, but very stiff and strong. It's very very tough flesh you feel you're touching, but it seems to be very wet.
Ugh. I pull my hand back and look at my hand.
It is drenched in sweat. You smell Daka.
I smell like Green Man.
Daka, meanwhile, while you're just standing there and you hear Sieko and Tictric going down, you just feel a weird clammy hand on your back for a minute. Like it grabs at the sweat in your back and then disappears.
I'm gonna keep going forward now. I don't
Oh,
like that feeling.
Knew
As,
this
as I see Daka, like, oh, Daka, we can't leave. I guess you already been here, but I couldn't get through there.
Oh, I've told move forward, so I will go forward.
Who told you to move forward?
A nice lady. Well,
Oh.
she hit me, but she was a nice lady.
Is there like a clear like handprint?
Oh,
on the
you can
screen?
see slightly radiating on Daka's face are two big red marks that just glow. He's not in pain, but you can definitely tell where he got smacked at some point. They're not giving off enough light, but they're just enough to be faint to where you notice his face is there.
Are you okay?
Well, why wouldn't I be?
It looks like you got smacked pretty hard.
Oh, it's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Goji and Bastion, what are we doing? Are you going to go through this force field or what?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I will go through it.
Bastion, as you walk up to it and go walking, are you just going to walk straight through it without hesitation?
Yeah, I suppose so. Fuck it.
All right. As you walk through, you feel yourself kind of grow lighter, and you feel really comfortable suddenly. Like you're able to run a lot faster, hit harder. It's strange. Your body isn't as stiff as it once was. You can't see anything. It's still pitch black. You do immediately find Daka's back, though, as he's not exactly moving very fast ahead of the party as you run into him.
So the torch isn't working anymore.
The torch goes out almost immediately. And you feel that moistness all around you. That's the smell of dampness in the air, the feeling on the walls of something very rubbery and wiggling.
And we're not, and those of us with just dark vision still can't see, correct?
Yep. Only people can see are blind sight and tremor sense. Goji,
In other words, me and Tictric.
Goji, what about you?
So I'm gonna wipe the hand off first with the cloak that Daka dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will just step through.
Okay. As you walk through, you find
Windy.
yourself kind of bumping into something kind of hard, not metallic, almost kind of scaly. You feel it as you kind of bump into it slightly, and Bastion, you just find someone behind you kind of bumps into your shoulder slightly, kind of moving you a bit.
Sorry, Father.
What?
Larger scaly thing.
Bastion just
You
got-
should be glad I can't see you.
Do I see Bastion differently? Like, does he look different?
with your blind sight, he seems to sense the same way.
Okay.
But let me.
My tremor sense gives it a rough shape. Is he the same shape?
Hyping.
Oh, Black Father, Metal Man. Okay.
As you all kind of now stand at the entrance to this, having come through together, you can hear each other's voices. You can hear each other making like footsteps walking, the drip of water off in the distance. But as you turn back, yeah, you can't seem to push through that wall now.
Well,
Sieko is just staring in the direction he feels Bastion from.
Well, as you do, the only thing you see is the glowing cheeks of Daka.
No, I know what I see. You told me what I see.
I will try and light a torch.
Okay. As you go to grab it and light it, you notice that your tinderbox and torch are gone.
Who stole?
what, Goji?
I had torch. I had tinder. It gone. Lost. Where?
Did you drop it outside on the beach?
No. In bag. No longer in bag. Bag on me.
Well,
You
if
three
it's
can't
not
see.
in bag.
You three can't see, right?
No, blind.
All right. We're going to make this a conga line. Someone put their hands on my shoulder. We'll make this work.
Okay.
I will.
Oh,
I'll
go
go after Sieko.
All right.
Siaka, do you want me to lead or to?
I can see as well.
Okay, so Sieko followed by Goji, followed by
Me.
I'll
Daka.
tear the back so we don't lose anyone.
Yeah.
All right. As you touch Bastion, he's skinnier. Not that you've really ever noticed, Tick-Trick, that Bastion was kind of a bigger guy, but he's also not as cold to the touch. He's kind of warm when you grab hold of him, and he's a lot. His shoulder's not very malleable. I mean, it's usually a bit of rotten flesh here, a bit of metal here. You don't feel any of that.
Where'd your metal go, Bastion?
You talking about?
You're not metal anymore.
Excuse me, what?
Echo, from his point in the conga line, is like, nah, he's covered in scales. He's fine.
That's not how I remember
What?
Bastion looking, but okay.
Why
Goji,
Metal Man change?
you suddenly feel your lower back of your right calf. Something pinches it, and then there's nothing there.
As a reaction, I will jerk my leg forward and then kick into what caused the pain.
Okay. As you kick back, Daka, you just feel your knee gets a light tap suddenly, and from a scaly, wet foot.
Strange.
Do not kick me again.
I will
Don't
say,
pinch.
there's no classical music playing at this point.
Oh. Oh, hey.
I didn't feel anything when he got pinched, right? Nothing was there.
Nope.
All right. I'll just keep walking.
Doctor, your music turned off.
Didn't notice.
As you begin to walk through, about hours go by. You're not sure at this point how long your time has been in here. Sieko, you get the realization something's not right due to your senses. Same with you, Tick-Trick, after a bit. Because of your guys' ability to sense movement, sense the passage of time given, sense with your grounding of your perception, both of you can tell you've been in this fucking tunnel for a long time. Just walking. And there's not been a single end. There's no way the island's this big.
Were you watching in one direction? Like,
Yep.
I
This is
hate
weird.
illusions.
Illusion?
you think it's illusion, Siako?
I mean, what else would it be? We've been walking in a straight line for like 4 hours.
Can I investigate the wall and
Uh,
see if there's anything special about it?
yeah, go ahead. Give me an investigation check.
I want you to know if that doesn't work, I'm punching the wall.
25.
As you feel along the wall, nothing really sticks out to you. You can definitely tell it's flesh-like as you're rubbing against it. It feels like the inside of a creature or something like that, or like a piece of raw meat, if you will. It's smooth but yet wet to the touch and has a strange mucus that comes off of it. As you feel around, nothing seems to be there, and then suddenly you feel something poke you in the back, in the upper back, Tick-Trick, for a moment. But your blind sight doesn't pick up anything there.
Who poked me?
The rest of the party just hears this.
Okay.
I didn't sense it.
Alright.
You literally taking up the back. What do you mean? Who poked you?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I kind of crack my neck. I'm gonna punch the wall.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack.
24.
Okay. Roll damage. And what kind of damage are you doing?
You said my stuff didn't drop, so my gauntlets are still working, right?
Correct.
So it's gonna be bludgeoning, and I'm gonna do my force damage with it.
Okay.
11 bludgeoning. And 14.
Okay. And 14 force? Or what damage?
Yep, 14 force, 11 bludgeoning.
All right. As you punch into the wall, Tiktrick, as you're kind of feeling it, you feel the reverberation on the wall. It's weird. You've never felt something reverberate before, let alone a wall. It doesn't seem to react though after that. It just seems as the ripples of force go off into the distance.
Oh, it's a wall. Can I try and dig through it?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
That's a 9.
As you start to dig through, you start digging through. You make a lot of progress, and then suddenly, as you're getting all the way through, you find yourself kind of smacking into Bastion, smacking him left and right as you're trying to dig, expecting there to be more wall.
How did that feel through my tremor sense?
It didn't. He didn't
Oh.
move. Bastion, you just suddenly feel someone smacking you from the other side of where Tiktrick was a moment ago.
Can I help you?
Tiktrick
I
looks
was digging the wall. What
I'm
happened?
just gonna roll. Can I roll Arcana now? Can I try to figure something?
Go ahead.
Give it a shot. Can I roll well? It's 23.
You are definitely surrounded by magic.
School? Anything like that?
You don't recognize the school or the spell.
I have a question. What happens if we start walking back? Is like that wall still there? Like, have we not even moved? Or...
You don't know.
You can try. I don't think we have.
We will move. I will move backwards and see if I can. If it is at all close to us.
As you start to walk backwards, you slam into something solid almost immediately, Tiktrick. As you having your hands out in front of you and with your blind sight going, there's the wall right in front of you. It just seems to suddenly appear. It's solid. It's not fleshy. It's made of stone, from what you can tell.
Oh, a wall that's solid. Something not fleshy.
Okay, well, you know what to do then.
Yes, I will dig through this wall this time.
The only thing you're good at.
Alright, give me a strength check.
A what?
A strength check.
Strength.
Okay,
Let's see.
that's a 19 this time.
All right, as you start digging through, you all watch as suddenly light appears from the hole that Tiktrick was digging through. And you find yourself now in this strange iron-like tube with glass surrounding you. As you look out and you see a massive lab, books all everywhere, little bottles and vials of strange fluid bubbling here and there. You see the books floating around and notes look to be writing themselves for a second. And you look as the wall that Tiktrick dug through is a iron door that was closed behind you. And as you walk out, you find yourself in this strange-looking lab. You'd guess roughly it's 30 feet long by about 40 feet wide, about good 50 feet tall, with a massive chandelier. In the center of it is this strange, besides this massive glass container that you were in, there's in the center of the room itself as well another one that seems to go straight up and have blue particles floating around into it, and a piece of what looks to be some sort of pinkish purplish flesh that seems to kind of move and react. And yeah.
Daka is smart. He knew what to do. I'm genius orc.
Well then, Daka, what do we do next?
Well, I don't know. I'm just an orc.
You change your tune really quick.
As you all walk out of the iron tube, you also look back and you all see Bastion looks like a demon. He looks like a pit fiend right now, but with
Covered in
scales.
scales. Told you.
Bastion, you look a lot different now.
Going to examine myself now that I can see.
All right, investigation or perception, depending on what you're looking for.
11 perception.
Okay. As you look yourself up and down, you've never seen this before in a creature besides, I mean, you're skinny for a pit fiend as you look up and down, but it looks like your entire metallic body in flesh has been replaced with some sort of harder-like material and blackened scales that seem to give off a slight glow to them in each of at the bottom of them, as if your body was somewhat on fire. You still have all your magical gear, just your metal body has seemed to dissipate.
We don't
Metal
know how
Man.
to explain this.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what happened to you. Guess that tube did weird things. I looked myself over. Did I change it all?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
All right. Disadvantage. That is still a 24 with disadvantage.
While paranoid about yourself changing, the only thing you notice is that you have dirt now all around your hands. And
Well,
a
that's
lot of weird blue gunk mixed in.
Understandable.
Yuck.
As you all though walk out of the testing chamber, if you will, into this large lab, the blue fluid seems to let you kind of refill up as soon as you exit, and the door seems to close back up and regenerate itself.
I assume my cloak is nowhere to be seen.
No, neither is Bastion's metal body.
All right. There's no one in this room besides us, right?
Correct. Other than the floating books and the notes that are writing themselves, as pencils seem to float and write on paper. Nothing. No one else in here. There are a few tables, some benches, and at the other end of the room, you can see a doorway, and you can all suddenly hear dancing music. As if someone's playing classical dance music, and Daka's music has not begun once at all yet.
I'm going over there.
Yeah, I'm headed
Sounds
towards
like a
the
great
music.
idea.
Can I look at the notes that are writing themselves real quick?
Yes. As you kind of stop and look over them, you notice they're being written in every single language, whatever's writing them. You even recognize your own language, the scribbles that it is, and the weird markings that there are. Very similar to cave paintings, if you will, more than anything. But you recognize them. They're the same as the ones you saw in the caves when you grew up. As you look about, give me a perception check actually to see what you find exactly.
It's a 12.
Looking about, you recognize more pictures than information. You do note that on each of the desks seems to be piles of paperwork, and as you're kind of looking them over, kind of passing by, you see yourself, Sieko, Goji, Daka, Bastion in his previous form and in his current form. You see Centauri, a drawing of a strange Nord with a bright red beard carrying a banner of a fiery crest.
I've seen.
You see people from Sunday's party that you had seen last time. You also notice there are other key figures that you've seen throughout your adventures, such as that really rich Nord guy that paid you to go kill a pumpkin. You see Tictric's best friend, the dwarf, drawn out and marked as deceased.
What?
Yeah.
So these are people of interest.
It just seems to be papers, drawings of it, and words written next to them.
Oh,
That can't be true.
I wish to go in the music room.
Tictor just stands by there looking at Maznod being deceased.
As you look down at reading in common at the very bottom, as the last translation, it says, "Death at the hands of the ones he did not expect."
We'll remember this.
And as Sieka goes to open the door to the room where the music is, it opens to this wide tavern. Tables all set with fine silk cloths, fine dining silverware everywhere, food of all sorts on all lands, some gourmet, some more just barbarianish, or barbaric, there we go. And all throughout the whole, you see people dancing, singing, having a good time, drinking. You see a bunch of what looks to be young, relatively new-looking auto gnomes that have been built, kind of walking around, as well as what looks to be a strange silvery slime wearing a suit, also walking around. You can definitely tell their staff kind of walking about in full suits and dresses to fit the establishment, and a barkeep that looks to be a kind of middle-aged tiefling, short brown hair, short silver hair, little silver horn sticking out of his head, purple eyes. You can all see on his name tag it says Chuck. And you welcome out into a massive tavern. What would you all like to do?
Is this the king's head?
Is there a name around like the tavern?
As you look about, you don't see any names in the tavern.
And we got it.
Scan the crowd, just seeing if there's anybody out there that stands out.
The tiefling, who looks very, for some reason, really similar to Tikva. Not like a direct descendant, but definitely someone who could be related based on the silver hair and the very bright purple eyes. Besides that, you do see a dwarf Bastion that you immediately recognize as Tenem, a very roly-poly looking dwarf who looks hefty and very wealthy. Seems to be laughing at one of the tables, joking and talking to a bunch of people. You do see a rather tall-looking Loxodon that is completely white with gold-capped horns. He seems to be limping slightly, walking around. You did, Tictric, see Durmar marked, but he was not marked as deceased. He was marked as missing.
Wait. What?
But yeah, as you lot look around, these are the figures that kind of stick out to you. No one else catches your attention.
Peter just looks all gloom, and just standing there with his head down. Looks real sad.
I don't think Daka wants to go in there. By the way, I think he's gonna stay outside of that tavern and not walk in.
Gonna stay in the lab instead, where Daka's or where Tictric is depressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I see the tavern?
Yeah, you all see this.
I will walk into the tavern and go to the bar.
Immediately as you walk in, Chuck kind of turns, looks at you, and goes, "Ah, young sir, how may I be of assistance there? Oh, I see you have compadre. Please, feel free to come in, have a drink, enjoy yourselves. That area is kind of restricted. I'd really rather you not be in there if you can be."
I like it in there.
God damn it.
Don't worry, this is a place of guaranteed peace. No one can be harmed in here. That is kind of one of the rules of this plane.
Plane?
Yes, let me explain. We are this tavern was created in between dimensions by a very powerful time wizard by the name of Zelm. Way back when. One of the 12 lords, him and his twin brother, created this place to get away from the gods and their ability to watch them. So, if you are blessed by the gods, you will not feel their blessing here, and their gifts will be shed from your body at that time.
What if I'm my own divinity?
I don't know. I'm a bartender. What do you expect?
I don't know. You seem to know a lot about
He
gods.
pulls up the card and goes, "I'm reading this," as he turns it.
Dude, I've been looking at the Spark Notes this whole time. I don't got a fucking clue.
Sorry, I can't help you. I wish I could. And he looks at Sebastian. What was that?
Do I recall anything about being here before? That was in hammer form, but
Yes, you recognize the mana or the magic from in this area. It's almost identical, but it's slightly different from last time. You'd also recognize the feeling of not being on your plane of existence.
By the way, in this lab, is there a? Do I notice a way to get back to where we were, where the skeleton was?
Give me an investigation check.
Does the book just keep
I'm gonna
listing more and
assume
more?
no, because that's a 5.
No, but you see a door to exit the tavern. You guess that might be a start.
Yes.
Does the book
But-
keep going on and on about figures or people? that we've seen?
As you're looking at the documents, because it's not a book, it's just loose pieces of paper kind of all stacked up. There's a lot of people that Tictric's never even seen. People that have gone back ages that he's never seen. But one of them you catch that you recognize from recent radio signal, we'll call it, from the World News, is you see Logolthus in his original form, but reading Logolthus the God Butcher. And under it is listed arrogant, conniving, avoid at all costs.
Okay. Arrogant man. Okay.
A man just the bartender Chuck just kind of looks at you lot and goes, "So hungry, thirsty, looking for an escape from reality, wanting to talk to the head of the tavern, looking to leave. What can I help you with?"
How do you make sadness go away?
I used to have a cloak made by these 12 lords.
He picks up a bottle and pours some clear liquid and kind of looks at Tictric expectingly to come over to the tavern as he sets it down.
I am glaring a hole through Chuck, by the way.
He does
What,
look
this
slightly
make me feel
nervous.
better? This make me feel better?
It makes a lot of people feel better. Should.
Okay, I'll drink it.
I'm gonna leave. Oh, I want to go away. I want to go back to where I was.
Yeah.
I'm looking for whatever's tied to this document because I remember the hints we got.
As Tictric, as you take the drink, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I am immune to poison if that helps at all.
He does, but that doesn't matter.
That's a 3.
Tictric, you suddenly see yourself enjoying digging through the tunnels and exploring with your best friend in the world. As the two of you, using his magical capabilities and your digging abilities, dig out fancy, shiny gems, go and sell them for really good food that you get to enjoy with him. Because truly, that's one of your fondest memories is the food that you get to enjoy. And you suddenly just find yourself stuck in this kind of memory of sorts, or this enjoyment. To the rest of you, you just watch as Tictric falls over and passes out. And the man looks and goes, that usually, that was just a little bit of our
How does that
local
work though if I'm
dream
immune to being
liquid.
unconscious?
You'll find out here soon.
Yeah, with that happening, I'm not going in there.
It's a little dream liquid the head of the tavern got created. It helps you remember your fondest memories and gives you a nice long nights of rest. No matter what, whether you're an elf or anything else. I guess your buddy was an elf, because usually they don't pass out that violently unless they are an elf.
Yo, that's
Also-
the worrying thing.
He looks at Bastion and goes, "Can I help you?"
Probably not.
Okay, can you stop staring at me?
No.
I'll think about it. But I continue to stare a hole through him.
This guy goes, "All right. Mr. Goji, is it?" And he looks down at you. "Goji, you didn't tell him your name, Goji."
How know my name?
Apologies. Anybody who comes into the tavern as my position as barkeep, I'm automatically capable of learning your name, your food preferences, and if you're allergic to anything. It is part of the tavern's gifts to us.
Then what do I like?
Anything that apparently gets you drunk or cools you off. And meat.
I turn to look at the party and just try my best to do what I think a smile looks like. Throw up a thumbs up and just nod. Legit.
I'm not going in there.
Good sir, I can't see your name or anything about you until you come in. You can't leave. You stay in the lab.
I'm looking for something as I start walking around the lab.
Sir,
I'm
that
not
lab is
going
set to explode if you don't touch if you touch it in the wrong way. Please do come out. I don't want to die again.
That
It's
won't
fine.
happen.
I have a
That's
lot of
crazy
finesse.
talk.
I have a lot of finesse.
This is coming from the guys I can sense the coconuts on.
I also have coconuts, but
He doesn't seem to notice them, Tick though, while you're passed out. Tick you're gonna be very well rested after this.
nice.
But he looks back. So if I can't help you, then would you mind either leaving or stating your business? I'd rather you not explore my the master's lab. I'm gonna be honest. If he shows up and finds you in there, he's going to just kill you.
One of these things is ending the world, and I'm gonna figure it out.
I mean, I could just send you through the doorway to whatever you're looking for. You do realize that the tavern works as if it helps you seek what you're desiring.
What if the thing I'm looking for is in the lab?
Then you'll suddenly walk through that doorway and walk right back in.
We'll find out as I walk out the door.
You're like, sir, no, don't please. No, okay, well, as you all watch as Sieko walks out and he disappears. Sieko, on the other side, you find yourself in a very dark hallway again. And with your tremor sense getting the same description of the wet, rubbery flooring all around you.
I'm gonna do the same thing we did earlier.
I want to get my cloak back.
As you turn to walk back, it does not work. You just continue walking. And he goes, so just as a heads up, as he walks over to the doorway and looks through the very obvious pane glass window, if you walk through there without one of us holding the door open, you teleport to somewhere randomly. I can't control that. Please, as he opens the door and Sieko, suddenly the light reappears and you see the tavern, and he goes, let me open the door for you and then walk through, if you will.
I like opening my own door.
He looks at Sieko. Do you mind coming in real quick before you get eaten by the dragon's esophagus that you're standing in?
Fine. Dragon.
Thank you.
Fine.
He closes the door and goes, oh man, I'm gonna get a message from Fred later on this. I'm so fired. Okay.
I want to collect my my cloak that I dropped.
Is that what you want? Is that your deepest desire, good sir?
Right now it is.
Alright. He looks at you and he rubs his hands together and he goes, alright, here as we go. He opens the door and
sweet.
you just see a blackness through the doorway. It's just a black wall. He goes, don't worry, this is normal. It won't appear until you walk through.
Yeah, okay.
Or you'll die to a dragon again. I'm still getting the hang of this. I'm training. I've only been here for a few years.
Dragons haven't killed me yet.
Perfect way to think about it, good sir. After you.
Yeah. Woo!
Does the rest of the party follow Daka?
No, I'm seeking a different thing.
No, Bastion? What'd you say?
No.
No? Okay. Daka, as you walk into the wall, or through it, you smack your nose into it, and it doesn't let you through.
Aw.
Chuck looks up at you, you're a very tall figure, and goes, so I should explain, the entirety of the people who showed up here have to want the same thing. My apologies, I'm still learning.
So do we all want to go back to the lab?
I'll go
Well, I
at
specifically
Victor
want to be
drink.
brought to the thing that's causing the blue barriers. That's all Sieko wants right now.
Yeah, I guess that's also fine.
I can't
Well,
do
but I
anything, guys.
mean, we could also get teleported to the guy who did it, though. That's not probably a good thing.
I specified the thing, the object.
Okay, sure.
Chuck also looks and says, by the way, one of you will need to carry your friend out.
I am passed
Uh,
out
You know, I think Bastion should do it.
for the first time ever.
I will help try and get Tick
I'm not
Trick
that
up.
heavy.
He's not.
I will carry Tick Trick.
Oh, okay. All right. You pick up Ticktrick. He's pretty light. And the man looks at each of you and goes, "So, he kind of stares at Bastion specifically. Do you want to kind of come up with a unified idea and go through, or shall I call the owner of the tavern to help you?"
I guess the objects the Echo's looking for.
All right. No,
I don't think you want to know my true intentions.
For some reason, I have a feeling it has to do with a rusty knife, or the two knives on your hips that definitely don't have tiefling bits in them. As he kind of turns and goes back out the doorway and goes, "So I'm just gonna," and he goes, "All right." He kind of rubs his hands together and grabs the handle again and opens it and goes, and suddenly you see on the other side is a very large laboratory with elementals kind of moving about, walking and doing, kind of writing things down, seem to be speaking in primordial to each other, and in the center is a big flux tube of energy.
My race's language is primordial.
You hear them just discussing the notes.
I also
of their
know
master.
primordial.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you both catch that they're discussing the notes of their master and that they are to guard this place until they die.
Perfect. I'm in.
Oh.
I'm kind of. Hold on. Actually, I need to readjust my stats since I don't have the Dragon Main on me. I gotta.
You can
Get
just
rid of
auto-tune it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, remember how when I tuned to it earlier, it kind of got stuck and it wouldn't bring my stats all the way up, so we had to
Yes.
override it.
True.
So I gotta change my override score to nothing, so it gets back to what it's supposed to be.
Fair. As
You
you,
guys want to make sure I'm awake before you do this in case it's hostile? Because I'm fucking asleep right now.
Not your fault, Grumpy, for taking
What do
the
you mean?
goddamn drink.
man kind of looks at it and goes, "And after you?" And waves his hands, trying to really get you guys to move.
Adventure.
I don't like this, but fine. I want my cloak back.
Yes, have a good day, good sirs. I hope you have a good time. Don't die.
I'll be back for drink.
He nods and goes, "All right," and he kind of shuts the door, slamming it behind you a lot. And as you walk through, you don't end up in that lab, but instead you stand back at the initial entrance, where you see Daka's cloak on the ground. The metal of Bastion's body seems to just suddenly come magnetizing back onto him and fill in the pieces, and the little rotten flesh seems to sew it together with the demonic horns growing out again.
Dog, hands outstretched, like a little toddler gripping at the air as he's walking towards his cloak.
You also see a magical arrow pointing down into the slime hole, and it reads from Chuck. That's it.
All right, I'm climbing down. Let's go.
There's no. Okay. All right.
Into
As
the hole.
Is the whole party going down?
After I grab my cloak, I
have no
assume I won't
choice.
be able to attune to it yet, but
You will. You are auto tuned because you haven't been away from it from 24 hours.
nice.
So you
I
can.
will.
Yeah. Go ahead, Goshi.
I will attempt to wake up Ticktrick.
How?
Hey, Caleb. So Ticktrick thinks Big Wheel is kicking them. So if you want to try the same thing.
Or you could try the same thing.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I think you should do that.
I lay him
Yeah,
down.
I agree.
Look for your heart,
Kick.
please.
Kick
Okay.
him.
Yeah, swing your leg back and forward right into his side.
Oh my god.
Hard as you can.
This is
I reel my leg back
called
and
karma.
kick into his I'll kick into his ribs, making sure to curl my toes in the process.
All right. Give me an unarmed strike attack.
All right.
See if you can hit me.
He is prone technically, correct? So that's
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, you do have advantage because he is prone.
Please don't kill me.
I'll try not to, but
If you
I
roll
can't
two
make
nat
any
20s, that will count as a confirmed kill.
Do it.
Do it.
pro-
Do it.
But
Okay.
the odds of you rolling two nat 20s are pretty high, or pretty low, so I think you're fine.
It's a well with advantage it's more, but normally it's a 1 in 400.
True.
But don't worry,
Okay.
if you roll two natural 20s in this advantage, DM will count it.
Let's see what you got.
and my computer booted off, so I gotta get my modifier.
Oh man, here I got you. I can probably load it.
Did you roll a dice or? do you say anything?
Your modifier for an unarmed strike is a +8.
Okay. I got a 15.
Does
With
that-
advantage?
No, that was the first one.
Okay.
I was
what's
gonna
the
say.
second one?
But the second one is a 17.
That does not hit.
Okay.
17 with your +8 rolled an 11. That's disappointing.
Chaston, 8 + 11.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, you give me shit for my math, huh? You ain't gonna walk
No,
away
it's fair,
easily.
no, fair play.
Do
All right.
I know if
9
lay on
plus 10
if,
is 21.
Yeah.
if enough of lay on hands would get him up?
Yeah, theoretically, so with lesser restoration.
I'm gonna use my 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
Is what it says it would need to cure or neutralize.
Yeah, Ticktrick, you suddenly find yourself waking up from that dream, and you find yourself with a bit of a small bruise on your chest, where your ribs normally would be, but of course you're a Thrycreen, so you have an exoskeleton.
Wait, no, come back. No, no.
And you just wake up to seeing Bastion back in his metallic dead flesh form touching you, while Goji is lining up another kick.
And you're kind of nauseous.
Yeah, I will say.
Oh. Why did you do that?
That's not no. Why'd you wake me up? I yell at Bastion.
Oh god, you yell.
Go ahead, echoes throughout the entire thing.
I get.
I
I
think
get
it's time
scared.
for Daka to descend with his rock.
Okay.
Join me, I say as I'm like already halfway in the hole.
Yeah. Daka slowly floats down like an elevator. The classical
I-
music switches to elevator music.
Nice. I look at Koji. You need to work on your kicks.
Oh, okay. I go to kick him.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Can I push both of them off the edge?
Oh god!
Afterwards, yes, I will let you. At advantage because Goji is off his only 1 foot and Ticktrick's prone. So yeah, you can take strength.
I'm still on the
check.
ground though.
It'll be strength
Oh.
checks versus their strength saving throws.
All right. So funny enough, Chasten 11 plus 8.
Hey, there it is.
That misses.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now I need strength saving throws from Goji and Ticktrick and Bastion. I need a strength check.
15.
Can I make it dexterous in any way?
And that's with advantage, Bastion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. New Ticktrick. You are prone.
Oh.
You just get a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Kind of on the floor. A little bit.
Well, I got an 8.
Oh, they
I
both
did
got
too.
Okay, so you both go flying down the hole.
And it's gonna be one of those like I push them, but I'm kind of walking through them, so I fall like right after they do, pretty much.
As you
Before I can give me
do.
insults.
Daka, give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's
This is
one
all
of
going
those
wrong.
days. Do I see this happen? Because I'm not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, good. That's advantage. Let's rock and roll.
I scream. No.
Is
Okay, 22.
You barely managed to move out of the side of the way. Xieko, give me a dexterity saving throw.
are there any Thrycrete insults?
Yeah. Good luck with that fall damage,
Mini.
gentlemen, if there is any.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
third.
I'm.
Any?
Uh,
I will.
Oh, perfect. So as Sieko's kind of climbing down slowly, latching his hands and basically embedding them into the solid stone wall. Daka, you move to the side as the three of them come flying down. Ticktrick goes, kind of slams into Sieko. It doesn't bother him as the weight's nothing. And you kind of bounce off Ticktrick and go further down the hole. Goji slams into him. A little belch of fire kind of blows up the side wall. Goji, your fire or your explosion dissipates immediately, so you're back to 0. And then you
okay.
bounce into the hole, and you watch as a massive beam of light just goes through the stone wall for the rest of you. And lastly, as Bastion comes clunking down, slams into Sieko, causing Sieko's unbalance to go and him to lose his nail grasp and end up falling back into the hole. And yeah.
You know, you three, you knocked me over. There's a chance I'm gonna land on one of you, and you will just die. Like,
Because you're at least higher than the two of them and the two fragile people.
Like,
And I weigh 65,000. One of them's gonna get crushed.
Can I?
I wanted to stop myself, but that didn't get to happen. So
Can I use my bonus action to go incorporeal
Yeah.
so I don't get smashed?
As you just hear the elevator music going down slowly in the distance, Daka humming along. You first Tigrick slamming into the ground, going incorporeal. You manage to go through the ground, popping back out about 5 feet forward, and kind of getting launched into the roof and slamming onto the ground still when the spell deactivates. You don't take any damage, but you're away from the initial hole where Sieko could land. Goji, give me a dex saving throw to see if you can roll out of the way.
This is not
I
good.
cross my arms over my chest. I'm making this as tough an impact on as small an area as possible.
Can I try to stab a scimitar into the wall to kind of?
Yeah. Give me an attack with the scimitar at disadvantage.
Okay.
As he's doing this, I'm just hurling insults at Bastion for fucking pushing me over.
Damn, one of them was a nat 20, but it was not the good one.
Oof.
15.
All right, yeah, you manage to stop yourself about halfway down the hole as it kind of curves. Goji, what was your dex check? Or your
So
dex
first I
saving
wanted to ask, did I already fall, or am I on the floor at the bottom of the
throw?
pit?
Yeah,
or
you're
no?
gonna be at the bottom by the time. Yeah,
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
so you have a +2.
I got a 6. The game says I died today.
All right, with an 8, as you go rolling through, so as you kind of land onto the ground, Sieko, give me a dex check to see how you manage to come through this hole.
I have a +0.
This man's coming in like a damn
This-
tombstone.
Oh my god.
A 1?
So
Oh,
actually,
no.
you just saved Goji.
Oh,
Bastion, you're the only one who sees as Sieko goes Goji goes tumbling through as the tunnel kind of curves slightly down further. You hear him kind of slam into stuff. As Sieko comes down, he doesn't curve with it. He goes straight down and breaks the ground and creates a him-sized hole. You go 40 feet into the ground, Sieko, just straight down, and you find yourself plopping out in the center of a laboratory with no one around. Just an empty lab of what looks to be very old and dusty vials everywhere. It's almost completely clean and white tiling, walls. The place is very dusty, cobwebs everywhere. There's a single dead human that definitely has been rotting for quite a while with a duck head on it that just seems to be laying strapped to a table. You see a room off to your right that's very large with big glass panes in it and massive just fields of lemon trees that seem to go into beyond. You also see another one off to the left where it's just a couple of iron bars, and you can hear something rattling against it. And lastly, the room behind you, you can smell something was locked in and is dead now, whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down the hole that
Alright,
Sieko made.
Climbing back up, Bastion, Goji, do you both, and Tigrick, do you all go follow back down the hole that Sieko just went through?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay. Bastion and Goji, are you gonna follow?
I'm stuck in
Suppose I
shock.
will.
Yeah.
My entire life has flashed before my eye.
Fear of the
I just-
cannonball that never came.
I just imagine it's like Sieko actually kind of just landed like right like next to his head, just went straight through. It's just- I can just imagine that happening.
Bastion, are you gonna follow Sieko?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Okay.
I will go down the hole slowly.
As he climbs back up, Daka slowly descends after all of you as you finally climb down. You see him kind of push through the hole, causing the rock-shaped hole of Sieko's body to kind of expand the rock as he slowly comes down. You see the crumbling of dirt kind of hitting into the laboratory as you come through. Sieko looks a little bit dusty, and there's a little bit of an impact into the ground that even managed to cause problems to the magic item that he is now standing in.
Stuff is gonna blow off the dust. Don't worry. Don't worry, Sieko. I got you.
As you all
It's
come
it's
down.
like a ding of the elevator.
Does-
moving.
Yes, it does eventually have a slight trumpet ding to announce Daka's presence.
As I get up and crack my neck, as it fucking hurt, I look over at Bastion. I want to kill you so badly. You don't even know.
They fell. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have tremors. I felt everything.
Was pushed, not fell. Was
I know
pushed.
exactly what you did.
Scared.
You hear the whispers of a man in the background going, "Please, lemons."
Oh, quiet you.
What the hell is a lemon?
What's 11?
Please. I've been trapped here for 40 days. Lemon.
What is a lemon, though? I will get you a lemon, but I don't know what it is.
Hey, you told me there were lemon trees. I'm gonna go grab a thing off the tree.
Wait.
Walk over to the glass windows. You see it's its own magical space that you can walk into. As you walk through, go to the door, opening it, you see the massed long line of lemon trees and tieflings working the trees.
Oh,
What the hell?
A
Oh.
lot of tieflings are walking.
DM,
I'm just stealing a lemon. You know what?
Oh no.
I got a
Yes.
question, DM. Can
What's
I
up?
see the lemons?
Yes.
They are in fact yellow, correct?
Yes.
I run over to Daka and cover his eyes.
Okay. Daka, just suddenly as you watch Sieko kind of walking off, kind of trying to figure out who this voice is, suddenly Goji just jumps onto your back and puts his hands over your eyes.
Goji, would you mind telling me why you're covering my eyes?
Last time you saw yellow, you go berserk. No yellow, you go crazy. You stay sane, no yellow.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Banana.
I will say, as you mention this, Bastion, you kind of notice there's nothing on Daka's chest anymore that you can see. It's gone.
interesting.
But yeah, okay, so Sieko, as you grab one of the lemons off the tree, it's not very hard. No one stops you. No one even pays any attention to you as you walk back into the opening the door, walking back into the room. Through the rest of you, Sieko smells amazingly like lemon pledge. The smell, very strong citrus all over him, is somewhat pleasant, a little bit abrasive to the nostrils, but somewhat pleasant.
Combat technique hurts enemies with strong noses.
You hear the man go, "Please, lemons."
I'll bring him a lemon. Yeah.
Why do you want a lemon so bad?
As you walk over to the door that's been chained shut, the two iron bars, you see the very skinny figure inside of it of a blue furry creature just laying there.
As I hand him the lemon, I'm like, so who are you?
And he takes a bite out of it and goes, "Finally, water. I've been drinking urine for 35 days.
Ew.
Uh-huh. I am, I forget who I am. I was serving a tiefling woman, a queen, is the last thing I remember. I was investigating diseases and to cure some disease that were plaguing her people. And I was trying to help the local sailors to survive longer at sea. I'd come up with a great remedy to help them with this disease. But then I accidentally locked myself in here, and my assistant decided to pledge fealty to that asshole Zilpip.
I'm just gonna open the thing.
As you go to, it doesn't open. The
there a
chain
lock?
doesn't seem to break, and there is a lock, but it doesn't seem to turn. And he goes, "No, it's locked from the inside, but I don't have the strength to get the key, which is outside, which I can't reach, and therefore my strength doesn't matter."
Alright, where's the key?
On my assistant's neck.
And where's the assistant? Is he in the lemon room?
No, further into the lab. He's in Zilpip's portion that he took over when he forced my lab to be part of his existence. He should be at the center of the whole thing, studying. He's been Zilpip's right hand. Lemon, please. Bring more.
No, I got things to do.
Quickly grab more lemons.
As you do, Tick-Trick running in there. The tieflings seem to kind of wave at you pleasantly as they kind of go back, continue working at the trees, grabbing some lemons here and there.
I like lemons.
Oh, see, lemon. Lemon yellow. Lemon no. Yellow bad.
As you come walking back out, Tick-Trick, you come out with about 6 lemons in your hands, kind of like in a bundle. They're all pretty
You're-
good sized.
You're about to make me mad, Goji. Remove your hands.
Goji, we're going on an adventure. Follow me.
I get off of him.
So like climb off, Doc. I'm gonna go walking.
I'll give them
And-
a
Okay.
I actually have a quick question. Caleb, how tall is Goji again?
Goji is
Let me look. I think I can check your stat sheet. If it will load for me, there we go. Description: you are listed as 6 foot.
I could, cause like I feel like I had Doc as 7.5, so I can just imagine him putting his hands up in front of.
He said he climbed onto you.
Yeah, he climbed onto your back.
Oh, you kind of. Oh, okay. I'm like, listen, this ain't cool, bruh.
The
Back
man,
off.
the man kind of takes lemons and goes, I remember someone similar to that. A man by the name of Snicknesh and Urdish. He used to climb on Snicknesh's back all the time and ride him around like a pony.
We saw that guy.
Oh, how's he doing? Last time I
He's
had
dead.
seen him, I'd sent. What?
He's
died.
dead.
He's dead.
His bones turned to dust.
Well, that's depressing.
You want more lemons?
Wait, what's today's date, if you don't mind my asking? As he takes a bit of a bite of he's eating the skin and all.
I don't know.
D.
It's the harvest.
Of what
Harvest
year?
month.
I will say the
Yes.
That's an excellent question.
Yes, Robert. He goes, when I last served the Queen, I think it was 35 BS or something like that, RAS, something like that. Alright, well, if you find the key, I'll be very happy to assist you in any way I can.
Try and reach the,
Huh? What's up?
Can I try and reach the lock from this side and try and pick it from this side?
As you look, you cannot pick it unless you have a magical lockpick.
Oh.
Yeah. You can definitely tell it's a magically infused door. Your lockpick would just snap automatically, so you realize you don't want to waste it.
Alright.
You do think, though, you do know she could probably, theoretically, with the fact that Sieko was able to put a dent in the floor the size he did, you might be able to, between the two of you, dig through the wall.
Echo, wanna try and go through the wall instead of look for a key?
As you turn, Sieko's walking through the doorway and is heading into the next room.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Yeah,
follow Sieko.
Also, Sieko's not looking for the key.
That's fair.
I'm probably not going to come back for this guy.
Alright. Bastion, are you gonna follow on with Sieko as Daka starts heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I think with the ghost step tattoo, if I was to hold someone, would they also turn incorporeal?
You don't know. Alright. Goji, are you gonna follow on with the party?
I will follow along with the party.
Okay. Tick-Trick, you are as the last one standing as they kind of head to the next room. You hear the man go, just remember, he's really good with traps, and he likes undead things. That should help
Do you know
you.
the traps?
I do
Are you
not.
able to help?
I can tell you that the only thing that they are is that they guarantee they're Vorpal based. Because he's been studying under Zilpip, who loves to decapitate people that bother him.
Is that like these? And I will pull out a coconut.
He
and show
looks
him
and
the
goes. He looks at the rune and goes, "I would put that down before you leave this room, but yes."
Okay. Thank you. I will follow the party.
Okay. You keep the coconuts with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my
All right.
God.
As you all walk through Sieko in the next room, you see a large metallic dragon. When I say metallic, I mean it literally looks like metal. As it kind of seems to, its eyes kind of open up and they start flashing red, and you hear, danger, intruders, all Warforge activate. And you start hearing the scuttling boots of metal on the ground, and that is where we're going to end the session today. Tomorrow, we pick up with the party starting in combat. We hope you've all enjoyed this session. We thank you for watching. And before we go, Daka, please, if you would.
All right. Put the lime in the coconut. How does one remember, but not remember? Magic coconut? Magically delicious. Who opened the coconut? Teleporter makes me play music. Coconuts can be sharp. Metal slime can dance. Kobold, interesting. Bright lady seems nice. Lady hit me, but I understand. Meat tunnel is interesting. Walking sucks. Daka is very smart. Tavern makes Daka nervous. And that's it.
All right.
Amazing.
Well, thank you all for hearing this, and we will see you on tomorrow when Daka will get to write combat thoughts.
Yeah!
Hope you all enjoyed. All right.
Who took the earrings?
I did.
Do you know?